Assalamu alaikum ji. Welcome back to Evolve at 5. And in terms of facial profiling, we have already discussed self-awareness. Now we'll move on to relationships. How do we know we are good at developing a relationship? Or before starting and diving deep down into relationships, I'll just give a clarification that I have been giving every now and then, that this thing, facial profiling, is not for the purpose of labeling or judging people. It should be used for assessment. There's a lot of difference if we understand the words or the etymology of the things. Judging is that you find a certain attribute or a certain interaction with a person and you just label him or judge him or her. That's the end of it. So assessment means that you know the person has some positive and negative attributes, but you don't judge him or her on a single happening, action, or an event. You give him or her time, you assess him now and then with certain tools and methods, and then you start analyzing, is it the person overall who is to be getting into relation? And with relation, I don't mean very categorically about only looking for a partner or something like that. We are always interacting with people. I'm interacting with my kids, yes, with my spouse, with my parents, with my students, with my patients, with my networking groups. So all comes into relationship. So we need to understand the core meaning of what relationship means. Now, how does that apply to facial profiling? If a person is much more emotional, he or she will be responding differently as compared to a person who is much more focused. How do we see it in when it comes to the terms of facial profiling? Um, we'll just discuss those things one by one, and I'll try to cover all the attributes that will help us identify who we exactly are, what are our key emotions, what are our key potentials, and how do we use those emotions, those potentials for a better relationship with our kids, parents, siblings, family members, with our subordinates, with our society, everyone. So the first thing that we'll consider is right or left brainer. Um, if a person is a right brainer, yes, he is creative, but he is also emotionally intelligent. A person who is emotionally intelligent will be much more demanding in his relationships as compared to a person who is a left brainer, because left brainer people are much more focused. You can assess them from their head shape, from their eyebrows height, from their ears size, from their jaw, from their features, facial features. So this is the first thing that we can see, assess, and evaluate when we come to how good or what sort of relationship style he or she is going to have. So that's for today. That if you want to improve the level of interaction with people, you need to know what sort of person you exactly are. And facial profiling is I believe I have been practicing and using uh, the facial profiling to assess what my potentials are, and with that we interpret how good we can get into relationships, and what should not be the type of relationship that I should be going into. So that is for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Stay safe, join us. Allah Hafiz.